Hey guys, Hannah Bell, family lawyer, back with the 12 days of Christmas, divorce edition, day 11, almost there. Y'all ready to get our choir on, to get our singing on together? Let's do it, right in. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping. Now, when I heard of this one, I guess I didn't really remember the pipers piping. I don't know why they're piping. I don't know what's happening. Maybe, I guess, like a flute pipe. Maybe, how does it go? Like this. They're trying, like this. Okay, what I'm thinking of was a Pied Piper. Okay, you all know that little children's tale, and I think the guy like had the piper and all the kids would come out of their houses and like follow him around. In the divorce context and in the managing your life post-divorce world, one of, I swear, the hardest things for all of us to get used to and to change our perspective on is still reacting to our X factor. Like they're the Pied Piper. Because I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. Once you get divorced, one of the most amazing things about it is you don't have to do what the other person says anymore. Their opinion is pretty much irrelevant unless directly on point with your children. What they think about you, what they think about your life, what they think about what you should be doing, noise. I want y'all to let that sink in for just a second because most people don't act this way. There's kind of two parts. So let's talk first part about in the middle of the divorce process. I did a video one time about the number one worst person you can listen to or take advice from during the divorce process. And I'm just going to plot runner. It's the person that you're divorcing. I say that and you're like, duh, Hannah, you idiot. Everybody should know that. No kidding, right? But you would be astounded, or not, if you're my client that I'm talking to, the number of messages and emails and times that I hear, well, my husband said that he's gonna this, or that you're that, or my lawyer's this, or he's gonna do this in court. You gotta get it through your head because when you're married, you have this relationship of trust and confidence, a fiduciary relationship to each other. And especially women and guys too, I mean, we just get used to relying on and trusting that other person. But I'm telling you, unless you're like one of those, Goldilocks people and it's going good for you, so congratulations. But for the rest of us, it ain't like that. They don't have your best interest at heart. They're not giving you good advice because what's good for you is bad for them and vice versa. So it is going to take discipline. It's going to take trust and faith in the process. And you're a lawyer, okay? I'm sure your lawyer will agree with me on this. And if not, you can have trust and faith in me. I don't know why you wouldn't think I'm like a very serious lawyer worthy of your trust and confidence. But no, seriously, during the divorce process, don't follow along to his flute anymore. Listen to your lawyer. They're the one who has your best interest at heart. I mean, you can probably listen to your mama to some extent, your sister, your best friend. Those are all better choices than your ex because they're going to lead you astray. I think in the kid's story, he's leading them astray, right? I don't think it's good. I honestly don't really remember. I guess I should have looked that up before I started talking about it. Anyway, so during the divorce process, you got to learn who to listen to, and it ain't him or her. Now, afterwards, it's the same notion going forward. This one takes a while. I bet it'll take most people probably at least a year or so to get this really nailed down and changed in their identity. Because this person who's occupied such a huge space in your heart and your mind and identity and approval, you just don't have to and probably shouldn't do that anymore. They're not the boss of you. You're divorcing them because you really don't think they have the best judgment, or their opinion doesn't matter as much to you anymore, right? So stop letting it rule your life. Stop letting what he or she thinks about you change the way you act. Because I'm going to tell you, you could probably try for the rest of forever to change that person's mind, at least for some of y'all. Do everything right, what you think is right. Try everything to win them over. And it's a fool's errand. There's a reason you're getting divorced, guys, and you've got to let that go. I think that's when you really can come into the freedom and the good part that comes with all of this. You know, I talk a lot about the mess because I think that's hard to like help people think through, just because, I don't know, I just try to tell y'all stuff that I wish I would have known back then. I'm going to tell you now, I've lived it. So there's pieces of this that I'm like, why did no one tell me? And I think one of those is stop giving a hoot what that person thinks. Don't follow their advice. You got to find that sort of within. And that's how you move past the junk and into the freedom with the new life that you fought so hard to get. So 11 pipers piping. Pipe your own pipe. And don't follow theirs anymore.